So I'm streaming Titanfall last night on Twitch, and one of the questions that appears in the chat reads, JD, how come you're not raging as much on Titanfall on Xbox One as you do on Call of Duty Ghosts on PS4? We came to see the rage, you're hilarious. What's going on here? That's because, guys, I'm busy having fun playing the game. Something I really haven't mentioned, anywhere concerning any first-person shooter in a very long time. You gotta date back to Black Ops 1 when I actually had fun on a first-person shooter. That was the last time I had fun. Now, to be honest with you, I haven't been concerned about anything else but playing the game. I haven't been concerned about stats. I haven't been concerned about the stats of others, win-loss, KD. And let me tell you something. This is an absolutely great feeling. Just to create a class, pick a gun, pick a Titan, and just go to work. Now, another question that was asked last night in my stream, JD, how come you haven't posted any Titanfall gameplay since the game came out on Tuesday? Why are you still playing Call of Duty Ghosts? Why are you still uploading live commentaries of Call of Duty Ghosts? We want to see Titanfall. Well, number one, I don't want to be like everyone else and continue to be a whore on YouTube, okay? I'll post when I'm ready to post. And also, I'm busy having fun playing the game. I'm busy playing the game. You know, when you fully engulf yourself in a game that's had so much hype and you just want to enjoy it and dissect it and pick it apart and see how well the game plays the further you level up, it's a damn good excuse to tell people as to why you haven't uploaded. Now, I also don't want to come on here and give you guys an opinion when I'm not fully educated in the game, but I think right now, after 4 full days of playing it, 1 full prestige right now, I'm ready to give everyone listening to me a breakdown of my time with Titanfall. Now, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to kiss ass to any game or developmental team. I'm not about that. If you guys have been watching me, you know I'm not like that. Okay? I like the reputation I have built on here after being on YouTube for a year. I'm direct, I'm honest, I'm open with how I feel about certain things. And you guys seen how I reacted with Call of Duty Ghost and Black Ops 2. I'm not going to kiss anyone's ass. If I like it, and I'll tell you. If I don't, I'll tell you what I don't like about it. Now, the word fun has been thrown around by everyone describing Titanfall. I even used it right in the beginning of this commentary. The game is more than just fun. I'm telling you all right now. It's engaging, it's challenging at first, especially coming over from your traditional multiplayer shooters like Battlefield and Call of Duty. It pushes the player, in my honest opinion, it pushes the player to strive to do better every game. And it has that, I'll just do one more game factor, meaning, you say you're done, and meanwhile, you're sitting there continuing to play for another hour. I never had that happen to me in a very long time, when it comes to a multiplayer first-person shooter. You'll say you're going to finish up with the guys, and then you sit there on the couch for another hour playing the game. Another thing about Titanfall is the competitive aspect of it, and I use the quotation fingers here, which you can't see, about competitive. You as the player can make any game competitive. I can make a game of fucking blackjack competitive. I can make a game of chess competitive if I wanted to. A game of checkers, okay? We all want to win. We're human beings. We hate losing. So I don't understand people's concept of competitive. If you guys play Titanfall, if you have played Titanfall, if you haven't played Titanfall yet, please do me a favor. Play a game of attrition with 5 of your closest buddies on Xbox Live. And if you end up by losing by 1 point, you tell me Titanfall is not competitive. It's a competitive game. People make it competitive. You don't need fucking league play, like Vandahar in Black Ops 2 to have a competitive first-person shooter. Any game, any activity you do with another human being can be competitive. Now, as far as the game goes, the game balancing goes for multiplayer, to me, it's balanced. There really hasn't been one problem, as far as the weapons go right now. I'll start with the weapons. The weapons seem to be very balanced to me. There hasn't been one problem. There's no overpowered shotguns, there's no overpowered SMGs or assault rifles. Everything seems to be pretty much in line. The maps, beautiful, absolutely stunning, completely engaging. The visuals actually suck you in at times, and you just want to see how detailed they are. You want to take a step away from the action and see how beautiful the maps actually are, but before you know it, you got pussies fucking cloaking themselves on buildings, sniping away. You got assholes, getting their Titans within a minute and a half, and there's 6 Titans breathing down your neck. all this shit and chaos happening right in front of you, you can't really enjoy the maps for what they are, okay? You gotta take care of business, obviously. As far as the maps go, there are some maps where I would label them as, oh shit, I hate this fucking map, I don't want to play here, this map sucks. And on the other hand, I can easily tell you which maps are my favorites right away. Something that actually took months to answer with Call of Duty Ghosts. I love Warhawk and I love Freight, even though they're both campy fucking maps. You gotta play them right, and then at that point you can enjoy them, But right now I can easily tell you which ones are my favorite. I love Smuggler's Cove, and I love this one you're seeing in the gameplay right now, Lagoon. I absolutely love those two maps. I would play them anytime they pop up. What I also noticed is that the maps at first look completely massive, and I thought that was going to be a problem to navigate, but most of the action is actually contained in one area. And because everyone is striving for those pilot kills, I was surprised that most of the action takes place in one contained area. That is something that, like I said, surprised me and I was very pleased with. Titan action is, as expected, it's hectic and chaotic, like I said, just advertised. And it makes for some epic battles. I enjoyed them. A lot of people complained early on in the beta about the time it took everyone to get a Titan. And pretty much as I played this week, that was never an issue for me. And it's fine the way it is. Same goes for the bots or the computer AI grunts or spectries. Those guys are scattered around the map, alright? They're there to fill the void, to keep the game at a steady pace, to give you something to shoot at, to level up and gain some quick XP. 20 points per grunt kill, I'll take it. It's something to do when you can't find the fucking asshole camping on a rooftop. Something so petty, I'm telling you guys right now, something so petty should never be up for debate. And there should be no complaints whatsoever about that. There's only one thing I do not like about the bots, and I will tell you this. Sometimes it's hard to distinguish who is a bot and who is a pilot. And yes, it does get a little bit confusing at times. And whoever tells you otherwise is simply blowing smoke. Bots aren't as stupid as you think. They jump onto rooftops, they move as swiftly as a real player would at times, but they really don't have any reaction time, and they are prime targets for easy XP. They do their job, and they do it well. Now, another complaint going around is the game modes and the lack of game modes. There's no variety. Listen to me. Coming from a kill-confirmed only player since Modern Warfare 3, with maybe a dash of domination and TDM mixed in when my guys want to play that, this absolutely doesn't bother me. I can play attrition till I'm blue in the fucking face. I'll play some hardpoint domination here and there, and I'll leave it at that. So that aspect really doesn't even bother me. Plus, the idea of it being strictly a multiplayer platform gives Vince Zampella and Respawn the opportunity to incorporate and experiment with other game modes down the line, which I'm sure they will do to keep people happy with the DLC. Now, I know what you guys are probably thinking. It's mostly positive, right? Let me get into the complaints, because there are complaints. For starters, and I legitimately mean for starters, beginners. If you're new to this game and you go up against players who have put in some decent amount of time leveling up, you are going to get destroyed. One thing I immediately noticed is that obviously the more you play, the more you level up, the more advanced your pilot and your Titan will be. Some of these things include satchel charges, aka C4 in Titanfall, which is great. You got a fast reload option, or as a perk on all weapons. Those are some of the things that you can unlock. Titan attachments include an accelerator, which is pretty much rapid fire on a chain gun that comes with a built-in extended clip. Alright, you start with 50, and the accelerator gives you an extra 90 bullets. Let me tell you something. This thing literally tears through Titans to the point where you can take out 2 Titans in a single battle if you play it right. It may not sound like a lot, but going up against someone who is very new to the game, it makes a world of difference. I'm telling you right now, I noticed that immediately as soon as I started the game, because I hopped on the game, I'm level 1, and I'm already fucking fighting a Prestige 2 guy, and he's literally kicking my ass. So, if you're new to the game, please, be patient with it. Your time will come as you level up, but, it sucks because the differential between players and the skill gap between players is so vast that I think people are going to be turned off by that immediately because, comes with the frustration and you can't kill this guy because he's maxed out on fucking items and perks and guns and, all this other bullshit. So I can see that being a little frustrating for a new player, who just wants to jump into Titanfall just to have some fun. Another thing that needs to be fixed, and I know I seen Jive Turkey mention this on Twitter, the fucking lobby countdown needs to be cut down dramatically from 90 seconds. 90 seconds is a fucking eternity to wait for the next game to start. I would take 45 seconds. If you want to cut that in half, give me 45 seconds. I would be happy with that. The max actually should be 30. Nobody wants to wait that long for the next game to start. They want to jump right in, boom, you're ready to go. That needs to be fixed immediately, and I know others have complained, so hopefully Respawn listens to the people and fixes that with the next patch. Next, the lack of variety in weapons. You have 2 fucking assault rifles and 2 SMGs. Really? 1 LMG mixed in, a few snipers, a shotgun. Now, who's to say there's not going to be gun DLC? I know there's going to be gun DLC. There's going to be gun content, but how long before we get bored using the same guns over and over again? Not everyone uses a shotgun. Not everyone uses a sniper. So overall right now, everyone is incredibly limited. Also, to me, I would like if the guns were categorized ARs by ARs, SMGs with SMGs, and maybe even add some more attachments along with the DLC. Again, this is something that could easily be fixed, but we're going to have to wait to see what the DLC is going to include, but hopefully that's all in the DLC. And to end this commentary, guys, everything that I talked about has been mostly positive. The few negatives I talked about could be easily fixed or avoided, okay? But the one biggest problem with Titanfall, and I'm going to be completely fucking honest with you, like I have been ever since I started doing this shit. The biggest problem I see with Titanfall is that it's an unfinished fucking game. To me, it doesn't warrant the $60 price tag. 15 maps, absolutely fucking beautiful. Full of life. It promotes fucking objective play, and it promotes rushing and, this and that. But with 3 Titans, absolutely no variety in weapons, those 2 things are just going to hinder this game from having that longevity factor. And that's the most important thing they should concern themselves with right now. We as consumers should not have to pay for shit that used to be included with the shipped game. Nobody wants to pay for guns. Guns should be fucking included. Maybe include a camo. Nobody wants to buy that shit unless you're a fucking nerd. Okay? The word fun I used earlier, and it's fun for right now. Don't get me wrong. Because we literally have no other alternative to this type of game besides Call of Duty Ghosts, which is a complete fucking failure. Battlefield 4, which is broken to fucking shit. Both are riddled with issues. Okay? Titanfall is and has been enjoyable. It's fun. And I can honestly tell that to you guys. Even my girlfriend tells me, wow, you're not yelling, you're not screaming, you're fucking smiling while playing a first-person shooter. Yeah, I'm having fun. But that fun won't last. Boredom is going to rear its ugly head sooner rather than later. Titanfall, all it is a fucking Band-Aid. I'm having fun, but realistically, you got to look at the bigger picture here. Titanfall is nothing but a fucking Band-Aid that's going to cover the huge wound Call of Duty Ghosts has left on all of us. The majority of us play Ghosts. I'm not leaving you Battlefield 4 players out. I know, I love a good game of Battlefield 4, TDM, Domination, whatever. But those 2 games are broken. Titanfall right now is the Band-Aid for both of them. And I can tell you all, if you guys were looking at me directly in the fucking face, I can tell you with a straight face, right now, when Sledgehammer releases, releases, whatever, the next Call of Duty game, whether it's good or whether it's an absolute fucking failure, I'm going to be on that along with everybody else, because that's where we're going to be. We're going to be on the next Call of Duty game. Call of Duty games are king when they're released, okay? Titanfall come November, is just going to be that game that got old after 4 months. Plain and simple, that's the way I see it. If you guys enjoyed this commentary, you guys let me know what you think of Titanfall. If you played it, if you're on the fence about buying it, hopefully I helped you make a decision. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Leave a like. It greatly helps out my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all the support lately on all my shit. This is JD. This is Titanfall. I'm going to be bringing you, some more Titanfall, gameplay, some best classes that I found that I've been using that might help you win. I'm going to be doing some live comms. I'm going to be doing all that shit. But if you enjoyed, let me know what you think down below. And I will definitely talk to you guys very soon.